What's going on, Devil Dogs? We're ticking. We're live. What's going on? Devil Dog Compound is open. Come on down to Chinatown, boys. The pool's open. Bar's full. Sun's out, guns out, boys. Let's get down. There we go. There we go. Simplified Devil Dogs, welcome back. Welcome back. How's everyone doing? How's everyone moving? How's everyone grooving? Hey, Bobo, what's up, brother? Simplify, man. How's this beautiful Monday treating you? Not bad, huh? Not bad. It's like 70 degrees out here right now. It's nice out here in California. Nice. Enjoyed my Sunday, enjoyed the weekends. Caught up on some rest. Oh boy. Let's keep going this way, huh? Let's just keep going this way. 3 minutes faster. Yes. Yeah, man, had a good weekend. I went to the beach, baseball games with the nephews. Watched a lot of baseball with my dad. It's perfect, man. Hung out with my mom. Had a couple cocktails with my mom. She likes to have her cocktails. Can't complain. Had a 4-day weekend. Nice, man. Yeah, 4-day weekends are nice. Hey, I try to watch that movie too, dude. Something Plavon? Damn it, what was I forget the name of the movie. But I watched it on bootleg, and the website I used to watch the movie, it didn't work. But it was about a true story about a guy during World War II where he just helped sabotage a lot of the German plans, war plans, whatever, something like that, right? Yeah, I gotta try again. I'll try. Yeah, there's this one website I use to watch a bunch of bootleg movies, man, and I only use it on one of my computers because it just gives you a bunch of viruses, but it's totally worth it. Totally worth it, brother. I sacrificed one crappy computer for it. Yo, Devon, what's going on, brother? Simplify, man. Welcome to the Devil's Compound, y'all. What's up, Go Crazy? How you doing? Noah, Go Crazy? What's up, fam? How's everyone doing today? Welcome to beautiful California. Where the beers are cheap and the women are dumb. Do you have any favorite football team? What's up, Clark? Yeah, man, I'm a UCLA Bruin college football, and then for NFL, I like the Dallas Cowboys, man. I grew up watching Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, all those boys on there. So I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and that's when the Cowboys had the run, man. So I was a Cowboy fan. I wore number 8. I played quarterback. The whole works. The whole works, man. And Troy Aikman went to UCLA, so it was just a 1-2 punch for me. We'll see how, I don't know. Ever since the 90s, they haven't really. We've had good teams, just not. We haven't had that quarterback to get us over that the hump, that special QB. Romo was good, but big games, the guy choked, man. The guy choked. Had a couple bad calls with Dak Prescott and Des Bryant. We had probably one of the greatest O-lines with Tyron Smith from SC, dude. The Great Wall of Dallas. Everyone like and subscribe. Thank you, Crazy. I appreciate it, brother. What's up, Jackson? Looking sharp, Devil Dog. Hey, man. Thanks, brother. How you play football? You're 5'3". Hey, don't matter how tall you are when you play football, man. It's not basketball. You ever heard of Maurice Jones-Drew? Another UCLA proud running back. Went to the Jaguars. The dude's like 5'5", 5'6". Went to De La Salle, Concord De La Salle out here in California. If you've never heard of Concord De La Salle, they went on a 151 game win streak. That was like 40 years long or something. A 40-year never losing a game. Size don't matter, brother, unless you're just trying to pipe down a chick. That's the only time size matters, fellas. Sports, not really. Muggsy Bogues, NBA, the dude was 5'4", 5'5". Height's not that big of a concern. Your hand size is bigger concern to me than your height. And your athleticism and your quickness. And honestly, boys, just showing up to the field, that's what half the battle is all about, man. Half the battle is about just showing up. Size of the wallet, that too. The size of your wallet matters, boys. Don't let anyone tell you. The motion in the ocean. Do you have a mod? I do. I do have a mod. Go Crazy. Thank you. I do. They come on every once in a while. You know, they're on their own program. OFP, baby, own fucking program, you know? OFP. They're OFP right now, man. I just found out that midget boxing is a hey, man, they got a box too, you know? A midget wants to box, let the midget box. Yeah, my my buddy. Speaking of midgets, it's funny because my buddy one time, you know, out loud, he was like, dude, he looked at, I don't know what we were doing. This wasn't too long ago, but one of my buddies, you know, he looked at a picture of a midget and he looked at us and he goes, shit, I would hit it. So every time we see a midget on like Instagram, we always send it to our boy. He looked around and goes, I'll still hit it. You can call me Noah. That's my YouTube name. All right. Cool, brother. Thanks, Noah. Ask a trainer at the gym what a machine I should use to impress the ladies. He pointed to the corner. It was the ATM machine. Yeah, dude. That's true, man. Ladies don't care about muscles and all that crap. Barely, dude. Barely. They're so you know, they're so in their own head. They don't care about you, you know? They don't care about your muscles. They don't care what you look like. They care how you make them feel, you know? And what you bring to that table. Most of them, not all of them. But every girl I've ever dated, they don't care about me working out or getting fit or muscles. They can care less, dude. They don't have muscles. They don't know what. Yeah, they don't care. It looks good, but they don't really care. I never had a girl want to hook up with me for my muscles. It's usually because they find something else attractive, and it ain't my personality. Yeah, man, the ATM, yeah. ATM's fun. Money can bring a lot of adventure and fun. And that's something. You know, you can't just sit at home with a lady. You got to take them out and take them on an adventure all the time. Ugh. trying to look at my thingy. We're all good. All good in the hood. Is this it? Yeah, you gotta have a lot of energy. Gotta have a lot of energy. Air Bry, bro, nice meeting you. Hey, man, nice meeting you too. Base bunnies, oh, the barracks bunnies, oh, big dog. Yeah, dude. This one girl, I was at a dispensary, and this one girl was like, oh yeah, we were talking about the military, and she goes, yeah, I used to live by 29 Palms, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, that's cool. She goes, oh yeah, I used to go to your guys' barracks parties all the time. I was like, oh no. Oh no. You went to, do you think Diddy parties were bad? Whew. You hear about those, you should go to a Marine Corps military Marine base barracks party. They can get out of hand. They can get out of hand. It's time 9. Yeah, nice meeting you too, Noah. Yeah, this is a community for veterans and like-minded folk, you know, anyone that supports the troops. Talk a little politics, a little this, a little that, you know. I try to take you guys to where the Palisades caught on fire out here in California. We saw the FBI vehicle-borne IED out there in Palm Springs. I got a good video of the shooter in Pennsylvania. My uncle sent me that. It's pretty nice, man. It's got a lot of tings. Yorba? Popo. Yeah, we try to do a bunch of adventures out here in the good old state of California. Where's it going now? I gotta get on. Why am I doing that? I should just do it like this. There we go. There we go, fam. Yeah, we try to do a bunch of cool things on this stream, man. I try to take you guys. We see a bunch of prostitutes and hookers, police chases. And this is me driving around, or while I was at work, you know. I don't go out on to go see these things. They're just down the street. I would drive to Colorado. It's not that. Actually, Colorado's kind of a bitch, bruh. Get the fuck out of my way, bro. That's how people get hurt. That's how people get hurt. Yeah, there's just California, man. It's just shit happens, you know. Shit just happens out here. There's no stopping it. Yeah, and that douchebag out in Colorado, that guy was from Egypt, and he was a whatchamacallit, a border jumper, and he's gonna get deported back. Dude, I don't know where he might just, I don't know. What do you do with the guy that's illegal and committed a huge, I guess he's going to Guantanamo, dude. Or, yeah, I mean, if he's charged with a domestic terrorist, that dude's going to Guantanamo Bay, or El Salvador. Crayons for everyone. What's up, Time? How you doing, brother? Simplify, bro. Crayons for everyone. Ladies of the night. God, who's got to say hi to the ladies of the night? Hard working, man. I mean, let's be clear. Girls that work out nighttime, they probably get punched in the face every once in a while. They probably have to, like, bang the dudes. Oh, just nasty mofos. they must be very passionate about their work. You know what I'm saying? God, I wonder how you get into that life. I really do, man. I really do. I don't. Money. Because that's got to be nasty, dude. You probably have to do things for, that you get ripped off. You probably get assaulted. People have some weird kinks, dude. Woof. You can only imagine. Oh my God. I can only imagine. I don't even know. I don't even like. The diseases that these chicks have out there. But they show up to work every day, man. Every day. It's the effort that counts, right? Do you think there will be a World War? You gotta. This is what I always say about the World Wars. All these World Wars talks. Remember, not every team or country or military is equal to each other, right? Just like any sports team, you got probably your best pick team, and then everyone else, and then like the bottom 5 are just turds. Like the NFL, college, you got the Alabamas, Ohio State, or you got Western, Eastern, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Rutgers, and they're good, but they're not good. And then you got your crappier teams. I don't want to say crappy, just you don't have the best talent. You got to think of militaries like that. So if you think of World War One, you had huge land-based militaries, right? The German army, just a bunch of weirdos with rifles, and their World War One was all on land, basically. World War II, same thing. You had a new invention of the tank, which could be ramped up and mass-produced, and so you have that, and then you have very militaristic countries. Like Germany was a super militaristic, nation. If you take that same concept where big land armies, very industrialized, can produce a lot, had a reason to fight, whether it be bullcrap reason or a reason it's still a very good reason. Like Russia can't even drive 100 miles into Ukraine. They can't even take over their next door neighbor. China can't move their military anywhere. Where would China go? What war are we fighting? Us American. I'm American, man. So if there's a war to be fought, someone's got to tell me who we fighting and then where. If you're saying, China is gonna invade Taiwan, that means, I don't know, like 1 million Chinese soldiers who don't want to die or don't want to go in the middle of the ocean. You're telling me you're gonna put them all on a boat and then ship them across Taiwan as they're being shot at, like D-Day in Normandy? That ain't happening, big fella. Russia can invade their own neighbor. Like there's a misbalance of what you perceive to be equal. Not everyone is equal to each other, right? So I went the wrong damn way. Our military, there's no other military, and then there's Russia, who can invade their neighbor. Mexico doesn't have a military. Canada doesn't have a military. England barely has one. France barely has one. Germany barely has one. Poland, I love Poland. Poland's all about it. Small, not technically advanced. Russia lives off the Soviet Union. Japan is just now rebuilding their military after World War II. and then there's a technological tree that is, we're so far more advanced, it's not even funny anymore. You know, Saddam had a 4 million man army, and we took that mother effer in 20 days. So, to me, there's no such thing as a World War III. You know, that's almost, you know, I don't see the Kaiser's army marching, goose-stepping on the parades. I don't see Adolf with the big sports arena, you know, getting his boys hyped up. We don't see any of that, right? The Chinese can't build their own cars. The Chinese can't build a cell phone. You know, they can't design or make anything. We all know they steal it and then back end engineer it. So they're already behind. Even if they stole our best technology right now, they would have to back end engineer it, build it up, get it out on the battlefield, test it. Thousands of Chinese troops will perish because of that. You know, and the technology that they stole from us, by the time they steal it and rebuild it and do all that other crap, we're moving on. That's already old news to us, you know. Like all of our main battle tanks were built in the 80s. They're 40 years old, you know. So like a big world war, it's not. Yeah, I mean that's, or you know, I heard for a whole year a civil war. Like, who's going to fight a civil war here in America? Raise your hand if you feel like fighting a civil war. Like, when people talk about war, like, do you want to fight that war? If the answer is no, then it's probably not going to happen. Like, who's going to leave their air conditioning house to go outside and fight some civil war that America is going to have? It's never going to happen. We came too far in this timeline to go back. You know, Americans don't go back in time. We always look forward ahead of time. You know, and a world war, you know, if we get involved in a world war, that means there's a military who's equal or greater than ours, and that's just not the case. You know, that's just not the case. I think China has like one aircraft carrier. Russia maybe has one or two, and we have aircraft carriers, but like there's a difference between having an aircraft carrier and having one that's up to date and up to speed. And then we don't have just one or two. We have, like, I think last time I checked, we had 22. 22. I mean, most countries don't even have a navy, you know. Ooh, China doesn't have a navy. They got people on boats, and then they call themselves a navy. But that ain't no navy, man, you know. That ain't no navy. That's just people on boats, you know. People on boats. Like you're gonna, like, you know, does your average Russian citizen want to fight and die for Putin? I don't think so. Would someone want to fight and die for the glory of China and the emperor? No, very hard, maybe. But you know, I'm a individual that I can say, yeah, I would have fought. I did fight, and I would have for my country, but it's for my loved ones at home, you know. Yeah, this World War III, it's just nonsense, you know. Like China, Vietnam hates China. Cambodia doesn't like no one likes China, even in Asia, and no one likes Russia in Europe. So it's and even China and Russia don't like each other. Why would China and Russia like each other at all? They don't like each other. Why would you? Like us in Canada really don't get along right now, or us in Mexico. You know, Mexico doesn't have to like America. I don't care. Like, I'm never going to help Mexico. You know, that's the same thing. Why would China, because they're the enemy and my enemy is my friend? Well, if China can watch Russia collapse, that's better off for China, because China would start taking over a lot of Russia crap. It's, you know, it's like Germany never called Japan, you know, or Japan never called Germany for fuel. You know, they didn't trade technologies. They were never, what's up, Ethan? They were never helping each other. They just seemed like they were besties, you know. Whereas in like America and Great Britain during World War II, we would send the UK our planes, because we would make great planes, and then the UK would put the Rolls-Royce engine in there because they made great engines. See, it makes sense. You know, we can mass produce everything. We'll ship it out to you. You guys only concentrate on making engines. We'll shove that bad boy in there, and that's it. You know, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. So I don't know. Just the World War. You know, would you want to fight a world war? No, no one would. So even here in America, like when you think about America going to war, and you remember you're a human, and you can only see at like a 5 foot, 6 foot level. So when you go to war, that's where your war is at that eye level. You can't be looking up, you can't be looking down. You have to be finding the person, the other, your enemy, or the other person that is on the battlefield with you, right? So when America goes to war, we invent things and we mass produce things, we train on things all the time. So when we go to war, you know, time is behind me. I'm moving forward, looking straight. Time is behind me, kind of in the safety zone, but he's making sure nothing's above my head. You know, Howard's to the left on artillery, making sure if there's indirect fire from our Artie, Howard can take those guys out for me as I'm moving forward. So there's a body of people either next to me or behind me, making sure I only focus on finding the bad guy. You know, if you look at any videos from Ukraine or Russia, when Russia goes to war, you just go and die. Like you're straight up gonna die. There's no like, hey, we're gonna make sure there's no IEDs or bouncing Bettys in front of you. You know, we're gonna drive a little Rover out there just to make sure. There's none of that. That doesn't exist. Our whole military is based on that. You know, the way Russia or China fights wars, they just will send their people. They will overwhelm your enemy. You know, that's not strategic. That's just, I have more people than you. So, and here also in America, we know that. We know we cannot send 4 million people into Russia like Germany did. You know, we're not Alexander the Great where we can just march across, you know, all of the Middle East and some of Asia, almost into India or whatever. So we invent weapons, right? We invent weapons to help us achieve our goal. And that's why we have all, you know, stealth bombers. That's why we have B-2 flying fortresses. That's why we have the F-35, the F-22, you know. We have a helicopter that ended up snatching up Osama bin Laden out in Pakistan. That was a stealth helicopter. I had no idea we had that. You know, we just made another the F-47. You know, that Lockheed Martin or Boeing just wheeled, and it's like when we invent a new tank or a new aircraft, we treat it like the new F-150 Ford Raptor. You know, oh shit, there it is, boys. Woo! You know it's badass. You know it. The CEO of Boeing walks out to you. This thing is gonna crush it. You know, it's an event for us. We take pride in our American companies building really cool stuff, right? I can tell. I like to send them all DNA tests. They make it sell to later on. 23andMe, all right. No, do the 23andMe. I just want the gold standard. The gold standard. That's like we got off the gold standard. I don't know if it was good or bad, but now we're on like the oil standard, I guess. I don't, I honestly, it's like we're on the American standard. Like, there's no standard, here in America. We're like, I don't, this is just kind of my weird outtake on that. I don't know too much about, the gold standard, or I think it changed. I think the world changed. The American dollar doesn't need to be on anything. It doesn't need to be compared to anything. The whole world uses our currency. It's like, I don't know. I'm not good with like that stuff. That doesn't interest me. But I don't, because my thing is, man, like, the reason why the American dollar is so strong is because we have the biggest military. I mean, the biggest, strongest. Everyone knows it. That's why, that's why the dollar, if we didn't have the biggest, strongest military and our citizens weren't armed to the teeth, we wouldn't have the strongest dollar, It's that simple. Someone else would have it. Always remember, boys, if you're going to deploy your military and you're worried about a civil war or World War, a civil war is stupid, but World War III, just Google anything that has to do with the country you're worried about, and the bad, the good. And just think about, would an 18-year-old kid want to be sent somewhere? Could this country even do it? And then how many people could they move all at once? Because if you can't move 10,000, imagine trying to move 10,000 18-year-old kids. It's impossible. An 18-year-old kid is out of his mind. 22-year-old kid out of his mind. They're horny. They don't know what's going on. They want more money. They can probably drink like a fish. They're batshit crazy. They can stay up all late, drink all day, party all night. I was 22 once. Now try moving 10,000 or like 500,000 on a boat into Taiwan. They all defect. They all surrender. Right? I'll be like, I'll surrender. Like, that's the perfect way to get away from a crazy country, is go across the ocean to a friendly, rich country and be like, oh, all right, I surrender. And not, okay, you surrender, cool, man. We're gonna question you. You'll probably do some time in jail, but you'll be out once the war's over. No problem, man. Oh, cool. I'd be like, sure. 3 meals a day. I got a roof over my head. I don't have to die or go sleep outside. No problem. What's up, Gold? How you doing, Sipper 5? Whoop. 1993 versus now. Silver was 35 an ounce. Now it's 30. Flat has a 100-yard lifespan. Anything longer than that starts to collapse. My son is talking about joining again. He's back and forth between going to the military and trade school for welding. Hey, the military Gold, you know better than I do. If you do it right, the first year will probably suck, going through boot camp and training, checking in. Once you get settled, you do your 4 years right in our military, you can get out with a ton of benefits. You can do it right. And then you can go to trade school, you never know. These days, that's why I'm like with my nephews, because they kind of talk about it. One of my nephews is funny. He's like, oh, my dad already thinks I'm gonna go. I guess like, oh, Jax, you're okay, buddy. You don't have to go to the military. But I try to tell him it's, you think about the military, about like bang, bang, shoot 'em up, everyone's dying. It's not like that, man. You can have a nice long career, barely fire a rifle, never see anything remotely dangerous. Hell, I think 80% of our military is that, because you have to have support. The military has to support itself. It's a running, functioning city that you got to feed. You got to feed 18-year-old kids, dude. And then now, with our military, since we're about 100 years advanced more than I think any other military known to man. Like, we'll send a bunch of fucking females out there to fight Russia. Like, riddle me that. That's how strong our military is. We don't even send the dudes. We just go get them, ladies. Yeah, that's it, baby. That's it. You ought to know. What's up, Adam? What's up in Norway? How you doing, brother? Simplify, man. Simplify. What's going on? All you need is stable number and market yourself. Be good at what you do. And don't be a scammer. It's not hard, yeah. Talking stick. Yeah. There's always a scam to be here and there. So you always be careful. My grandma got scammed. It was sad. My grandma, she was like, I don't know, man. When you're born back in those days, you look a lot older than what, But she got scammed out of $10,000. Someone called her and pretended it was me, saying I got a DUI in Canada. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I got mad at my grandma. I was like, dude, you thought I was in Canada? Like, what? Why would I go to Canada? Like, you should know me better than that, Grandma. But she was kind of losing her marbles, I think, at the end. But yeah, 10 grand. She sent some random dude 10 grand in Canada. She felt so, it's so sad, dude. It's so sad. Because she was cool, man. She thought, she came over to visit, and on the slide, she gave me this piece of paper. And I opened it up. I was like, huh. I was like, dude, I think Grandma's giving me $10,000. I was like, what? Is she dying? Like, I thought, like, this is her will. Like, she's just so I was really scared. I was like, dude, I can't take, I'm not taking my grandma's. This is weird. Like, I'll take it when you're gone. But, well, I was like, hey, Mom, like, Grandma just, I don't know what this is. Like, she gave me $10,000. Is this $10,000? And it was no, it was a statement, like, she wanted me to give her 10 grand. And I was like, but now I'll take, this is crazy. And my mom had to call her mom, my grandma, and she's like, hey, why'd you give my son this? My mom got mad. Like, how, don't be, like, this is my family. Like, you don't, I know how the ladies get with families and sons, especially sons. And my mom's like, don't you ever, and my grandma was like, no, like, I gave him 10 grand for a DUI in Canada. My mom goes, like, when was this? And I was like, and my mom, I was a wild child, so my mom almost thought I was in Canada. And I was like, wait, like, what are you guys talking about? But long story short, man, yeah, she got ripped off, dude. Sad, man. She kept it on the slide because the guy on the phone said, I don't want to get in trouble with whoever. So yeah, I was like, hey, at least she was like cool about it, Snitches get stitches. Snitches get rewards. Remember that? The guy in New York, the mayor. If he goes Air for E-Tech school, is accredited College University of Maryland. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's a reason underwater makes so much. Oh yeah, well that's scuba plus welding. Yeah. Tell them to move out to California, Gold. I'll take care of them. We got oil rigs out here and welding, and I'm sure we need a bunch of those people out here. I'm sure. Yeah, underwater welding, man. Anything underwater or like out in the ocean. Ocean's a dangerous place. Dangerous place. Not a snitch if I didn't agree to be. Well, that's true. Yeah. I'll snitch. I'll snitch on you if I don't agree with the crime. Yeah. I'm with you on that time. But, you know, I'm not your homeboy, bro. I'm snitching on you, no problem. Yeah. If it's a cool crime and I get a little piece of the action and it don't hurt nobody or destroy no property, I'm cool with that. I ain't snitching. You know, someone takes a $100 bill off the casino table, the chip, you know, I'm okay with that. You know, fuck the casinos, man. Yeah, I didn't agree with this crime. No one asked me for my opinion. Was it Mayor Adams or, you know that saying? Why would you say snitches get stitches? Well, snitches get rewards. Have you ever listened to a politician talk to you like a child? If you're voting for someone that talks to you like a child, we got huge problems. Or tells you how to think or what to do, that's huge. Well, we should be more compassionate and give green energy a try. How about that illegal immigrant throwing Molotov cocktails at people in Colorado? Sanctuary state, sanctuary city, man. That's what they get. Not good. Not good. I know of one. Well, Los Angeles, I think, is still a sanctuary city. But there's one, I think I only live next to one. It's called Santa Ana. And, yep, it's like the shittiest city you can think of, and it's a sanctuary city. Yep. It was shitty before. It's shittier. It just got shittier now. But yeah, if you say, "Oh yeah, I'm from Santa Ana," I'm like, "Oh, you're from the ghetto." Like, if a girl said, like, "Oh, I'm from Santa Ana," I would never date her because I'd be like, "You're like ghetto trash." Like, I don't trust you. You know, I don't trust you and or your family. Come on, Bus. Get going, baby. Meth dealers have bills too. Equal opportunity. Hey. Yeah, I mean, I don't get mad at drug dealers either, man. I really don't. I don't get mad at if you're doing something and you make money off it to legitimately like that. Dude, I know cocaine dealers, man. I know entire family of cocaine dealers. That's all they do. It's a whole house. And they don't sell like little they sell full like pounds, dude. Like, you only can buy ounces from this guy, you know. It's wild. Yeah, you know, that's what people do. That's what people do. You know, no harm, no foul. You know, if you're the sucker that buys it, then so be it. And you never want everything to be always black and white. You know, you always want just a little shade of gray. You always want people, if they can't make it in the black community, they can't make it in the, you know, black. I didn't mean like skin color or anything, but if you can't make it on the black side of the aisle and or the right side of the aisle, you got to live in the shade of gray, you know. Oh, homeless guy. You got to live in the shade of the gray. You know, you got to give people the opportunity to go in the gray and be like, oh man, I screwed up, and then try to come out. Always, dude. Always Coca-Cola. They don't pay for funerals either. Dirty money, big pharma. Dude, big pharma, that's a whole nother something, you know. And then that's what I think JFK Jr. is going after, right, boys? My stepdad was a tattooist. Nice. I was able to see both underground and yeah. I mean, tattoos for sure. Tattoos, yeah. You need it. Society needs, because I'm sure your dad is a good dude, or your stepdad, totally good dude. Pays his taxes, raised you, probably, know, whatever. A plan B. If there's no plan B, something weird is going on with the federal government. I don't know. You always have to give a human being a way, a way to still do it. And it's not illegal. Just people in government, which are just another more human beings, they tend to not want that for some reason. I don't know. I don't get why people care how you make your money, but hey. Rent and at 17, the government makes cash on the addiction. Oh, yeah. My mother's illness was bigger than her and older than me. Lost my mom to Oxycontin at 17. Dude, Oxycontin's one hell of a drug, dude. I knew a couple boys that I grew up with on that. I never made it that deep. Hey, give me a sec, fam. I'm gonna go inside, grab something. She was 45, 17. 45's young, man. I'm gonna go in and grab something, little devil's lettuce, and I'll be right back, boys. Gold, hold down the fort. What's up, Ethan? She's now 12. Oh, shoot, man. Anyways, I'll be right back, boys. Hold down the fort for me. Bada bing, bada boom. And no, not to grow. You just can't do it with. It is legal to grow poppies. Poppies. Oh, we're getting down, boys. Poppies. Who? What? Who's thinking about that? You wanna know? All right, now where am I going? All right, that's done. Good. Got the goods. You. All right, locked in. Locked in, boys. I've had the seeds for over 5 years now, so I need to at least grow them out to reseed. Oh. My buddy has I think, a poppy plant. I don't know. It's, why am I? How do you get out this way? Oh, Jesus Christ. You want to know? All right, come on. 8-point turn, boys. I got it. Don't judge. Damn little parking lot. All right, let's go Oscar Mike. Whew. You got 30% off. Not bad, not bad. Not all poppies are good poppies. You have to have Afghan poppies. Oh. Yeah, isn't it weird that, you know, Afghanistan's full of that shit. It's full of that stuff. I'm so glad we're done with that place, dude. I never want to talk about the Middle East again, man. I'm so sick of the Middle East. The Middle East and all these border jumpers in our country, man, they gots to go. They gots to go. People trying to light other people on fire. It's kind of funny. Kind of messed up, but, you know. I wish Colorado would let their citizens carry a firearm, because if that happened, that guy would have been shot probably in the face really fast. You know, that would have just saved a lot of people time. There may have been one injury, maybe two. One of them would have been the main guy getting shot in the face, but yeah, but Colorado is very strict with boomsticks, and that's what happens. If you had Bullseye Ben out there, Ben probably would have been carrying for. I probably would have been carrying. If I go to a big group of clusterfuck of people, we might say, Matt, you know, isn't it illegal? You know, you can't carry in California. I can do whatever I want. It's a free country, you know. If I want to have a nuclear bomb in my pants, well, that's what's going to happen. I'm late this year, but I'm getting my garden together. Next year will be better. There you go. Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about your garden. Gold. The good old guard. Yeah, I'm doing more. My neighbor has a huge, like 2 huge orange trees. So I've been out there. I think I might be a little sunburned. I was out there shirtless like a man, walking around bare-chested. I was picking oranges last like 2 days, man. It's a pain in the ass, dude. The little thorns on the trees, and dude, I'm huge, like big trees, dude. And I have so many. I bought a little cheap Amazon orange juice maker. I've made so much orange juice, it's insane. Probably like 3 gallons of orange juice. I just sit there and I push the thing down, takes all the juice out, throw it away. I just piles of these orange. The owner, my neighbor, he can't. He's Filipino. He can't have it's too much whatever in them. So diabetic. I think he's diabetic. So he can't eat oranges. He goes, Matu, get over here, Matu. Get over here, help me pick up all the oranges. I'm like, Jerry, I'll do it, man. I'll do it. So I always got to go and help him. But he, dude, so good, man. So good. The whole neighborhood goes down. He has so many oranges. Like, the whole neighborhood will, like, converge on his orange tree, like, in the morning, and we're all out there picking shit for him. It's pretty cool, man. I've drank so much orange juice in the last, like, week. It's been insane. Saves me, like, $6 for a gallon or a little, like, container of OJ, like Minute Maid or whatever that crap is called, full of sugar. Yo, what's up, Lily? How you doing, man? Simplify, simplify. Oh, are they repaving the streets? What are they doing here? Check it out. Get it, boys. I love my construction crews. What are you guys doing? Doing a little repair work, huh? Get her done, boys. Oh, they're doing doing something. I don't know what those guys do all day. They do something. Can I enter the compound, Howard? Simplify, devil. Oh, that was a quick. I almost blew out my shoulder doing that. Salute to you, brother. Woo! Of course, brother. Simplify, man. Come on down. Come on down. Yeah, I always get a compliment on my tattoo. It's kind of funny. I was having a cocktail with my mother, out of all people. Some big old mama jama, big old white dude walks up to me in a bar and he goes, "Hey, man." I was like, "Oh, fuck. Like, this is going to be a problem." I thought he, like, wanted to talk to my mom or something. I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't the nicest bar ever, so that's all. Everything was on the table. I had gotten a fight in this bar once, and my sister-in-law was there, and her sister, and my mom. So it was over girls. So I knew what was gonna happen. This guy was pretty big though, and I was like, And a real tight bar. It's a real small bar. I was like, if he grabs me, he's a pretty strong dude. I had him. I could jack this fool up, no problem. But he goes, "Hey, man, I don't really do this. I don't go up to guys and compliment them on their tattoos, but you got a cool tattoo, man." I was like, "Oh, thank you, brother." I don't matter here. What? Gold? Hey, Bobo. Gold says no. Get out. Aw. Gold says no. Gold runs the show, man. Gold runs the show. Yeah, in that same bar, this was a couple years ago. We were playing pool, and I was with my mom, my sister-in-law, and her sister. And my sister-in-law is a very pretty girl, and her older sister, super pretty. And then there's my mom. So we're all playing pool, having a cocktail. Some, like, weird drunk guy stands next to me and, like, goes, "Hey, man, I'm gonna have next game." I was like, "Next game of what?" He goes, "Oh, I'll play the winner of the pool." I was like, "Nah, man, you're not. You're not doing that." And he just snapped. He was, "Oh, what the fuck, man? F you, dude. Like, you're fucking." I was like, "Dude, what do you want to do?" I stood there. I was like, "What do you want to do, man?" But the funny part is, this guy was like gonna walk towards me because he got really mad at me and then, like, backed away and then was walking towards me. Dude, my sister-in-law's sister stood in front of me and the guy. Then these chicks are badass, dude. And my sister-in-law My sister-in-law and my mom both had the pool stick in their hand ready to hit the dude in the back of the head, dude. So I'm watching my sister-in-law in front of me. She's all, Matt, be cool. I was like, I'm cool, Jessica, I'm cool. I'm worried about you. Turn around. And so the guy's like walking kind of towards me, and then he stops. And my sister-in-law and my mom go behind this dude and start raising the pool stick, dude. And I was standing there, I was like, oh shit, like we gotta tone this down before they, they're gonna hit this guy in the head. And it's gonna cause a bigger problem. So anyways, long story short, nothing happened. The guy got kicked out, the owner of the bar was right there watching it. It was funny. Good times. What's up, Kate? Kate +8. What's up, Mama Super Fine? Woo woo. Hey, yet Howard is blue and you're not. Oh, I see, Gold. You want a little responsibilities, huh? I was keeping you out of it. Gold. I'll get you on there. Oh, yeah, all right, man. Me and Ben talked about this. The only people that are going to be moderators are just veterans, man. And you hit that criteria, Gold, I'll hook you up, brother. Because it would be easier to see your name, anyways. So this is a wham bam, thank you, ma'am type of deal. You wanna know? Grand Hotel and Suites. You guys want to go to Disneyland, the freak show? Oh, look at medieval times. I haven't been here in years. It's pretty cool. It's kind of goofy. I mean, it's cool, but goofy. It's kind of blurry. Yeah, medieval times, and there's a pirate bar, pirate medieval times right here. I've been here before. I threw out my back watching this show, if you can believe it. If you can believe it. I can treat everyone like my kids. Keep the ducks in a row. I'm into that. Boom. Boom. There you go, Gold. And I can see your name finally without straining my eyeballs. Just got back from riding on the side-by-side. Oh, nice. The motorcycle side-by-side, right? I'm not sure. That's what it is, right? The little cart. That's cool, man. I haven't seen those out here in California in a long time, dude. Santa Ana. I don't want to go towards Santa Ana. Santa Ana's the sanctuary city, dude. Look, I'm important now. Hey, cheers. Hey, give one to Gold. Cool. Cheers, Gold. Welcome. You finally made it, Gold. There you go. You've been promoted. When's the last time you've been promoted, Gold? Give me a date. When's the last time you picked up specialist or sergeant or whatever rank? I always get confused on the Army's ranks. I get really, really confused. The side-by-side. Oh, nice. Good. That's awesome, Kate. I never been on a side-by-side. I'd be scared, man. I like doing crazy things, but that's crazy. That's cool, man. I bet it's fun. I really do. I'm thinking like going on a side-by-side on like a major highway like this. Oh, that's probably a little dangerous. I haven't seen that in a long time. I don't think. Are they California legal? I don't even know. Because I'm sure someone would have that. I haven't seen a side-by-side in a long time. No, the last time I saw it was I was in South Dakota, like during the biker rally in Sturgis. I made corporal in 2004. Hey, Hey, it's only been 21 years, but Gold, you've been promoted. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Someone's got to pin you, and you guys do it right on the chest, too. Whack. Oh. Our little, oh, you guys have one? No, it's on the chest, right? Yeah, you got your guys' rank is on the. You guys had the smoky gray uniform. It was that Velcro right on the chest, right? Ours is right on the collar, man, and it's the pins. And we take off the backing of the rank, and those things get jabbed into your fucking collarbone, man. You'll have a bunch of like chicken or hickeys all over your little, like, it's all bloody. It's fucking gross, dude. It hurts like a mother effer too. I was PFC before I got to basic. Oh nice. Oh shoot. Oh, you got promoted before. Nice. Yeah, you jumped private. Dude, I was a fucking dude. I almost got, I got promoted to corporal. Oh God. I mean, oh fuck. Probably 2010? Something like that. I was a forever Lance, dude. I was a terminal Lance Corporal, dude. Up until I got everyone got out, so I, you know, what do they call the score? You know, you got to get a certain score. Basically, it's the credit score that we all have to be good little boys and girls. But it got so low that I ended up picking up. You know, it's not because I did all my MCIs or whatever. Is captain a high rank? Yeah, it's a good rank. Captain's a good rank. It goes like you know, first butter bar, second lieutenant, first lieutenant, whatever. I forget which one's which. And then captain. You know, it's like being a sergeant. I kind of corporal and sergeant. It's like being a captain. You know, it's kind of that same. You're an officer. You're just kind of a new officer. You got to do a lot of. It is a high rank though. A lot of respect for captains. Yeah. Captain douchebags though. There could be a couple Captain Americas. There's a couple of those guys. Major's a good one. The highest rank I really saw and got to like go hang out with was a full bird colonel. Then like a sergeant major. Or a master gunnery sergeant. It was one of the two. But yeah, captain's a good rank. Good rank. You're in charge as captain. You know, you got a lot to do. You know, your main objective is to delegate, to make sure your NCOs know what they're doing, because the captain shouldn't really do much. You know, it's the sergeants and corporals that run the show. You know, like I said, boys, we fight the wars. You know, if the captain can't fight the war. You know, he just can't. Well, NCOs, staff NCOs, we all fight the war. Privates and non-commissioned officers. So it goes private in the Marine Corps. It goes private, PFC or private first class, Lance Corporal, and those are the non-commissioned officers. And then you go to NCOs, which are I'm sorry, those are just ranked. Then you go to the NCOs, which are non-commissioned officers, which are corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, gunnery sergeant, master sergeant, sergeant major, you know, and whatever. And that's it. And the officer goes, this is what, first lieutenant, second lieutenant, captain, lieutenant, major, colonel, something like that, and then generals, something like that. I'm not an officer, nor do I care to learn all the officers. Major is the oak leaf, then lieutenant major is like the silver or whatever, something like that. I think colonel's the best one. I like the little bird, man. The bird's cool. I should have, excuse me. I should have went green to gold. I'd probably still be in. Yeah. I don't even know what could have kept me in, you know. I was out, you know, I did what I needed to do. I don't know, man. I don't know what and I was hurt. I couldn't do it anymore. I believe the highest rank in the Danish military is called something like the Field Marshal. Yeah, so a Field Marshal, do we have something equivalent to the Field Marshal? It's like the guy that reports to the dude, you know, I'm sure we have something equivalent to that. Or it would just be like the XO or the CO, the commanding officer. I guess that would be the field. You just go to the commanding officer, you know, the CO and the XO. I guess, yeah, it would just be the CO. Yeah, our commanding officer could be. I don't, you know, I'm not up there. But I mean, in our military, like, you know, the commanding officer, in my mind, could be anybody. You know, you don't have to be a certain rank. You don't have to get to that rank. If someone in charge goes, "Hey, Bobo, Private First Class Bobo, you know, Corporal Bobo, you know, you're the CO, you're the commanding officer." You know, it's a billet that it's just a job, right? So you'd be like, "Oh, okay, I'm in charge of this shithole." Like, fuck, okay, well, boys, we need to start doing this. And then, you know, there's already a job to be had. You already know the job. You just have to explain it to your boys, you know. It's usually an officer, but, you know, if the officer goes down, the next guy's up. You know, I don't care what rank you are. We know the job. You know, if you're doing construction, you're not going to make up some weird stuff for your boys to go do that. It doesn't have to do anything with construction. You go, "Hey boys, we got to do our 5s and 25s. We got to put up sandbags. We got to dig trenches, clean your rifles." That's always that's always mandatory. You know, self-check, buddy check. You know, hygiene time, and then we'll do like 25% fire watch or 50%. You know, the job just needs to be done. All a CO does, or a field marshal, is just make sure everyone gets their supplies. You know, you become a logistics bitch. That's what a good CO or field marshal should do, is just logistics and get me a bunch of baby wipes. Because, you know, COs probably don't have a fun job. They got to probably see how much water the troops are drinking, how good the food is. Oh, I bet you it's a big pain in the butt, dude. I bet you it's graph sheets and calculators, man, in those tents. I thought about switching to logistics. Dude, logistics, that's very knowledgeable stuff, man. Very knowledgeable stuff. Everything, I mean, this whole California, you know, all the freeways out here, it's crowded. There's a lot of people, a lot of bad drivers. Our state government's full of retards. But our freeways and our logistics are pretty solid, man. Like, our freeways are massive. They weave in and out of mountains. You know, logistics is, you know, and the higher up you are in rank, devil dogs, the one thing you got to worry about all the time is logistics. If you're the field marshal, if you're the commanding officer, and you're worried about the battlefield, you're gonna lose the battle. You know. Let me worry about the battle. The higher you up, the more you got to worry about logistics. And that's honestly with any job, dude. My old job, I even like saying that, my old job, you know, my boss, before the fucking douchebag that took over my job for me, my old boss, man, he knew. He's like, "Dude, I have to worry about your signs, like this and that and that. You know, it's all logistics. Make sure the payments, you know, computer work, logistics." the battlefield, all that, fighting the war, that you got to leave it up to the troops that actually do that, you know. You wanna know what's up, time? No stripes, airman basic, 1 airman, 2 airman first class. Senior airman, staff tech master. Oh shit, senior master, chief master, command officer of the Air Force. Ooh, that's a pretty cool one. I like that one. Command chief master of the Air Force. That's sick. You ought to know. Ooh, Cheesecake Factory. I watched a Danish brigade get their asses handed to them in Basra, Iraq. Really? Really? I gotta look that up. Freaking Iraq, dude. What a dump. What a dump. Like, imagine thinking about a place like kind of like Mexico. Imagine thinking about like Iraq and Mexico. 1,000 years from now, they will still be a dumpster fire. They will still be a shithole country, dude. 1,000 years from now, for sure. For sure. Africa, most countries will be a shithole. You gotta care, you know, you gotta care. Fun fact, the Danish military is not allowed to punish someone wrongdoing, so instead they reward, they call it they call it something else. Oh, like if I steal something in the Marine Corps, we call it tactically acquiring, you know. If Bub leaves on the floor and I need a drink, I will take it and say I tactically acquired it from him. And if you say, no, you stole it from me, I'm like, no, man, I saw it. It doesn't have your name on it, man. So that whole thing, like, it better have your name on it, that's a real thing in the Marine Corps, too. If your name isn't on it, someone will tactically acquire it from you. Yeah. Or steal, whatever. No. It is what it is. One big kitty litter box. Dude, does that not fit what Iraq is to the T, man? A big kitty litter box, dude. A big kitty litter box. Yeah, Boba, I tried to watch that movie, man, on my streaming platform, and it didn't work for me. But the other one, I forget what the other one was called, about the Danish troops going into the Middle East. That one was cool. See, there's a thing, like, it's a good comparison. Like, that movie, there's, like, the Danish troops, like, they show up, and they already know there's a job to be done. There's no yelling or stressfulness to it. And in the Marine Corps, man, you're gonna be stressed. That's the whole point of it, is to be stressed out, to run a high intensity. Every day is high intensity, speed and intensity. So that way, during combat, you're already used to it. You know, that's the only thing, you know, difference. You know, even like with the English, you know, they when they show up, you know, when you talk to them, they don't have that intensity. We call it like intensity, man. Where you've been training like a freak for so long that when you see other militaries, they're like not as intense as you know, and you're like, dude, but it's just the way the culture is and all that stuff, you know. It's kind of weird. If you don't know about Plex for streaming, check it out. My dad retired a chief master after 23 years of service. RIP. Whoa. What? RIP 2021 December 20. Oh no. Time Semper Fi, brother. 23 years. Yeah, your dad. Wow. Hit me up. I'll give you access to our Plex server. It is the theaters. Oh, if it's in the theaters, we can get it. Ooh, I will. I will. Fuck the Air Force. I refused to join when they said I was too short to fly. Oh, Gold, you're all good. What was it called again? Would you? For streaming, check it out. I will. Honorable service their time. Yeah, man, absolutely. R.A.P. He just passed away right after the Wuhan. On December 31st, man. Semper Fi, man. Your dad deserves it. Watching movies ghetto style. Ah, dude, I'm all about ghetto style, man. All about it, brother. I'm not paying, dude. Out here, it's like $20 for one ticket. There's nothing. The last movie I saw, Avengers Endgame. I think that was dope. That was dope. I saw movies. I think that was the last movie I saw. No, I saw the Napoleon movie. That one was cool. With my dad. Me and my dad went to go see Napoleon. What was the other one? It's too much. Because I like having popcorn, man. I have like a bladder problem. I think I have like I always have to take a piss like every 10 minutes. So, you know. Hey, Big Beezy, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Semper Fi, brother. Semper Fi. It's $5 one time per device. Oh. Ooh. Gold, you got the hookup, huh? Oh, yeah. I got like my 30-inch guns. I got like an Eagle with like a little American shield or something. Because I'm a little bit Irish. I got a prayer. A cross with a rose for my mother. My mom's name is Rose. And then I got a big old flag, brother. Big old gun. Yeah. This one hurt like a mother effort. No, it just took forever. Yeah, pretty sweet, man. I kind of pieced it all together one by one. 1775 Devil Dogs. And then here's my buddy's the Marine Corps birthday, and then I gotta take this off actually. Brain cancer passed same day as Betty White. Hey, at least he got in the elevator with someone funny, you know. Betty White's awesome. Hey, I bet, you know, she would be proud to be in the elevator with that man. You know, she was a patriot. She was a patriot. We were consistently downloading stuff. I need to look that up, Gold. God damn, this thing is for real. For real, for real. Hey, my family sent me the vid you couldn't open. Oh, yeah, email it, man. Yeah. Betty White was my spirit animal. Dude, she was cool. Yeah, and this is for my buddy. One of those things. Yeah, man. I got my tattoos. Thanks, Howard. What's up, homie? What's up, Gunny Bear? Dude, long time no see. Here's a hug, brother. Semper Fi, man. What's going on, dude? What's going on, man? I've been going to the VA, getting all my shit situated. Trying to get a... Actually, I kind of have a thing later today, but that's all right. What's up, man? I'm living the dream now, Gunny Bear. Living the dream, man. Enjoying. Hanging out with my mom and dad a lot, man. Going to I've been to so many baseball games for my nephews, man. So many. It's like one every day almost. On the weekend, there's a 3-day tournament. You know, 3 games in one day. It's a fucking forever. But, dude, I love it, man, because I get to hang out with my dad all day and watch baseball, man. I mean, my dad's going to turn 71 soon, in the next month. So enjoying, man. Are they helping you? Yeah. Yeah, they're helping me, man. They're helping me. Barry White was my... Yeah, they're helping me. So far, so good, man. Doing good, fellas. But hey, fellas, I'm gonna get going, man. Gunny Bear, thanks for coming on, man. Sorry I gotta get off so soon. Howard Gold, time. Sorry about your pop, dude. That's tough, man. Stay up, stay strong, brother. Live for him, man. Live to see us go to Mars. You know, America's in a great place for the next 50 years, man. Something special is gonna happen. Just stay tuned, boys. Bobo, peace out, Devil Dog. Take care. Nice stay on it. Or they'll forget about you, family. Es primo. I've been putting in my garden for the last couple weeks. It's a lot of work, but 2,000 pounds of veggies is, wow, there you go, Gold. You need to get on Gunny's Bear. But yeah, damn, brother. Yeah, I'm starting to like pick oranges and stuff. I'm getting into that weird stuff too, man. It's weird growing up, and now you're thinking about gardening. And before I couldn't. I just thought about chicks all day. Anyways, boys, I'm out of here. I'm working on it. Get to it, Gold. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go inside and I got a phone call in a little bit, but what's tomorrow? I'll probably be on tomorrow. I'll let you guys know, but you guys take care. Helmet's not a chair. You fight wars with your hands, and Semper Fi, boys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.